brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cleveland Browns.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run for the first time with Trenton Cannon, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Second and 12. At the 23.
At the 23, it's second and 12.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Throwing is Wilson. Gets it to his running back, Cannon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Now Wilson. Going deep for Hopkins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down, here's Eason. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
And a first down, Chiefs.
They'll throw on first down with Eason. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
3 at the Browns' 14-yard line.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and gets it.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Russell Wilson sacked by Jordan Brooks. A 7-yard loss. Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And it's fielded at the 34. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Eason on 2nd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st down, Kansas City.
First and 10, Eason. Eason in trouble, and down he goes.
Alexander.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
53 check 53.
From the gun is Eason. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Myers on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's Cannon. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
With the score.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
5-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down with Cannon. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Maybe the threat of Russell Wilson running the football there and him handing it off opened a little bit of a lane.
It does, and what also helps, his unselfishness. Because he's not a quarterback who's going to take it every time and pull it from the running back and keep it. He will hand it inside when the reads are correct.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Right there. Go slow. Hey, easy. Pick up the ball. Hey, zero. Check. Watch 54. Let's go, defense.
Now Wilson. Over the middle here to Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Let him know. Listen. Tighten up. No. Check three.
On the carry, it's Cannon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The tackle made by...
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
All day, dog. Watch 54.
Wilson gets rid of it quickly. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. On the run, it's Davis. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Go. Check 52. Hey, alert 3. He's coming. We got double. Let's go double count right here. Double count.
Give to the fullback. This is Ron. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Derek Watt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same day the apple dropped on his head.
Crosby with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. That's going to set him back 5 yards. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Play action. It's Eason. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? They go play action with Eason. He'll find Metcalf. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
1st down, Chiefs.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Eason. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. They'll start on the ground with Cannon. And he's got some space here. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They were probably just looking for a couple yards of breathing room, snapping the ball at their own 2. Well, they got a lot of breathing room.
And even knowing that offenses are as aggressive as they are now in the NFL, you still expect them to run the football in that situation. Why weren't they ready? Instead, it turns into a monster gain and gets them way from the shadow of their own end zone.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
24-yard line.
Wilson. And that one will fall incomplete.
Intended for
clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Going deep for Hopkins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And oh, he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
4 yards.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. One more time, it's Cannon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
On the screen, this is Cannon, and they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's Matt Bosher now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. Here's Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
At the Chiefs' 12-yard line.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on second and goal. The fullback Watt with a run. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on third and goal.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it, and on that play he did, so you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. I have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they did.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Touchdown.
DK Metcalf. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
The kick
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Nice, sweetheart. Hey, look.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
intercepted.
So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Now they try the right side here. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
1st and goal, Kansas City. That's the end.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And the lead is up to 14.
Good. Makes the score Chiefs 24, Browns 10. Matt Gay set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
At the 40-yard line.
On 1st down, Jacob Eason. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Eason. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
first down. Cannon able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's Wilson. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Chiefs 27, Browns 17.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
The first down, Chiefs.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was
a mistake.
Yes, sure, without a doubt. Because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down, protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball an additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
5 yards on the play, and it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
A gain of 2 yards on the play.
They'll try and run for it.
4th down.
Pushing his way inside the 40. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
2nd and 2.
And he'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Again, the ball carrier.
And we've got a timeout.
Down at the 28.
9 seconds remaining.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Room here to run. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Kansas City.
A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because it certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep.
Today's final score, Chiefs.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Chiefs, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, their woes continue as the record falls now to 1-10. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.